So in this video, we're going to walk through how to add a custom SportsCode XML to an Insight project. So here I've added a game using StatsBomb event data. And what I'm going to do is go to a SportsCode package where I've loaded in some YScout event data. And I'm going to pretend this is my custom event data, though of course you could layer YScout on top of StatsBomb if you really wanted to. Now I want to make sure I check two things here in my SportsCode timeline. I want to identify the row in which we identify the periods or the start of the first and second half. And I also want to identify how my rows are formatted. In this case, the rows are formatted as name of the team, dash, and then the event. So I'm going to go to my Insight project and go to my settings and go to data mapping. And here we are going to see the option of what do you call the row in SportsCode that marks the start of a period. In our SportsCode timeline, we call it periods, so I want to make sure that is consistent. Below that, I say, how do you structure each row? And here we have team name dash sequence, which is again what we have in our SportsCode timeline as well. Below that, we have when a team can't be identified in Insight, whether we don't or we do import the rows. I'm going to assign those rows to the primary team. So once I've checked all that, I'm going to go to my SportsCode timeline and go File, Export SportsCode XML, export that to my desktop. And now in my desktop, I'm going to take this XML file and just drag it into my project. I'm going to go next and wait for that to calculate. Once that's calculated, I'll go to my dashboard. And the dashboard will see my YScout data available. So I'm going to go to my dashboard. Let's go to Add Widget, Data Table. Let's look for my team of the Columbus Crew. And we can see now here in the event type, we have all of my events from the SportsCode timeline, like such as goalkeeper distributions or open play attacks. Now the labels from your SportsCode timeline will also be transferred over. If you want to filter by the labels, we will go attribute and look for the attribute of HSC for Hudl SportsCode. And here we have all of our label groups. So let's go location third, and let's say ends in final third. And here is my SportsCode instance now that has that code and that label.